right, spare change, folks. And you can see there Jackal bailing out of the ring. Steel bailing out too as the young high flyers get in there. And this is a classic high flying tag team. You got the veteran Buck 10 and you got the young rookie Tom Ryder. These guys have had a lot of success, but they've had their share of problems as well. And there has been some dissension between the two of them. Buck has mentioned to some people, myself included, that he thinks that maybe the young Tom Ryder's a bit of a glory hound. They've had some shots at the title before. They came up short. They won this title shot by beating the team of Money and Power last week. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not these two guys can remain together as a cohesive unit or whether they're going to split apart at the seams, because the Juggalos, you can't sell these guys short, Jeff. They cheat to win, and they do it well.
Just waiting for the bell here, the bell ringer, after as soon as the referee calls for it, and this bout will be underway. Tag team title affair. The Juggalo Nation putting the belts on the line. Juggalo Nation, at first nobody thought that they'd be able to hold these belts, but they've been holding them week after week after week through, well, a whole bunch of different Juggalos, it seems. Conspicuously absent today, I might mention, is PD Flex.
Absolutely, and the Juggalo Nation evoked that Freebird rule, which says any two members of the Juggalo Nation can defend the title, so opponents really never know who they're going to get. I'm sure Buck 10 and Ryder were thinking they were going to see PD Flex in there. It's got to be a bit of a shock to see Maximus Steel, but it's also got to be a good thing considering that he's got a pretty sore arm in there. Speaking of arms, Buck's working Jackal's over, but Jackal right to the ropes. And once again, like the animal he's named after, he takes the coward's way out the first chance he gets. He likes to strike from behind, does Jackal.
Exactly. So we got Jay Jackal in there versus the cigarette with arms, Buck 10. And they're looking up now, and it looks like Buck 10's trying to outmuscle him, but you're not going to get that over Jackal.
No, there's quite a bit of weight advantage here. Jackal's a lot bigger than Buck, but don't sell Buck short. He can come at you from 7 different angles. But there, Jackal, nice modified roll up there. And he got a 2 count, almost ended this before the other two guys even got in the match. But once you let these high flyers get some room, get some speed up, and they can turn the tide with one impact move after the other. And of course, Buck and Ryder have a whole host of double team maneuvers they like to pull out of the bag on the tags. But right now, once again, going for the lockup, and there you see the strength advantage of Jackal. And now he's got the arm ringer, and he's torquing it over. Nice reversal by Buck, and he's going to bend that up into a hammerlock. He's in danger. Tuck his head in, avoid that, but he got himself into a side headlock. And just the power there of Jay Jackal, and he's wrenched him over and taken him to the mat.
Exactly, with Jay Jackal, he's got to get him out of the corner of Buck 10. Buck 10 is very easy to make a tag right here. He has to pull him into his corner so him and Maximus Steel can wear down Buck 10 and take him apart piece by piece. So he's got to get him in the corner. This is a big mistake right now on behalf of Juggalo Nation. They got to get him in there and get those quick tags.
Absolutely, the Juggalo Nation, they work those quick tags and ring isolation very well. Could be because of Steel's sore arm and PD's absence, so Jackal's going to carry the bulk of this match. Of course, neither one of these guys, oh, nice leg drop on the arm by Buck, and now he's just torquing it over, and you can see that Jackal's not liking that at all. He's probably got his wrist bent. He's got to kick out of a pin at the same time, try to take any pressure off that hold. He's got to put his shoulders on the mat, Jeff. It's in a no-win situation for Jackal right here. I'm surprised Steel hasn't come in there to boot Buck in the head or something to try and help it out, break this up. And there he's posting the arm, pulling him back in the lock here. And you can see that Jackal's trying to block it. He's holding on.
Exactly. I think you put it best when you said without PD Flex here, these two, they don't really have their game plan set. I think they need PD. He is the man that puts this trio all together. And it looks like right now Buck 10 and Tommy Two Gun, spare change, they could be the new PWA Tag Team Champions tonight if this match keeps going.
And you see that Maximus Steel actually jumped off the apron and avoided a tag right there. And we see Tom Ryder, he's into the match for the first time, but he's a rookie, but he's not going to make that mistake of going in that corner. He's going to wait for one of these Juggalos to decide which one of them sits on the short bus and which one of them gets in the match. And look, you see Jackal staying in the match. Yeah, I think that Steel's arm is indeed hurting him. Ryder got a little close there, and once again, Steel jumps off the apron, and now, well, this is Jackal here calling for a test of strength, and again, you can see the weight advantage between these two, Jeff.
It looks like Jay Jackal, looks like he's going to be breaking some dry spaghetti right here in this test of strength. He's got him down. There's no way that Tommy Ryder can match strength with a Juggalo. And look at that. He's sitting right on him, sat right on Tommy's two guns.
Absolutely. He broke that bridge right there without any trouble at all. But there's another one lifted out of the pin. And this Ryder, you know, he's a flexible guy. He can match it from a bunch of different angles. And there you go. He's bending over the big man. And a nice bridge by Jackal. And again, I'm surprised Steele's not laying in there to beat the guy down. But, oh, and he drives him to the mat. And he's going to try and cover now. Paul out of position on that one. But Jackal kicks out easily. I don't think he would have held him down on that anyway, Jeff.
No, exactly. I think that Jackal, he's still got a lot of fight left in him, and it's going to take a lot more than that to put his shoulders down for the 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely. There's a huge kick to the back by Jackal, and there's not a lot of meat on that back to protect those bones, and you can bet Ryder's feeling that. He reverses the whip, though. Nice slide under there. Nice toss, and Jackal goes down. But again, doesn't try for the pin. Now he's just getting tossed around by the smaller man, using his leverage, his opponent's body weight against him. And now he's working that same arm that Buck 10 worked over earlier. And again, no sign of Steele in there to save his partner. This is so unlike the normal Juggalo style, Jeff.
Maximus Steele has to get involved in this match, and he has to get involved quickly, or he can kiss those PWA Tag Team titles goodbye.
And how do you think Flex would feel about that? If he came back from wherever he's at.
There we go.
And there, finally Steele comes in to make the save. He finally woke up out there, sore arm or not. He had to interject himself in the match because now his partner's taking a beating. And now we got Buck 10 back in there with the whip. Jackal though, he bails though, he goes outside. But that's never safe when Buck 10's around. But oh, he checked himself there because Jackal took off. Because Buck 10's famous for coming over that top rope in any manner of styles, Jeff. And he's out after him right now.
Well, exactly. And look at here he is, come back in, and oh, Jay Jackal, he tried to get him with a big elbow drop just as he came in the ring. He thought he was being smart, but Buck 10 surprisingly outsmarted him. And another tag now by Spare Change, and Tommy Ryder back in this matchup. I don't think Maximus Steele's even been in this bout so far.
Not officially, no, Jeff. He hasn't. Just one minor run, and there's the Buck 10 all over the ropes. And now Ryder springboard drop kick off the top rope, and Jackal's down. And this team of Spare Change is working together, no problem now. And there's Buck off the top rope with a leg drop. And Jackal's really a hurting unit. There's the cover. Steele's in with the elbow on top of the head for Tom Ryder. But again, he bails back out again. Jackal's in trouble. We got Spare Change. They're working the fast tags. They're working the 5 count. Once again, Buck back in. And Jackal's a hurting unit. And again, back on that arm.
Exactly. We're seeing some spectacular tag team wrestling from the rather new tandem of Spare Change. There's finally the first cohesive move or maneuver, illegal as it may be, by the Juggalos. And now, and finally comes Maximus Steele, and he is by far the most refreshed man in this matchup, and he's just laying the lumber with big double axe handles to the back of Buck 10, and now choking him out with authority. Thankfully, the ref's in there.
I expect to see a lot of these power wear down chokes and whatnot from Steele because his arm's still hurting. There's not a lot he can do. Some good old-fashioned ref distraction there. Paul's an easy dupe for that, it seems. And Juggalos are now going to see if they can change this pace, settle into their own style. Ref distractions, double teams, dirty underhanded tactics, whatever gets the job done. You may not agree with it, folks, but it has proved very effective, and they've been a very dominant team. And there's a 2 count, and Buck just barely kicked out. But again, Paul a little out of position in that. Same as before, and there's a big knee right to the temple. And that's gotta rock Buck's world right there, and he's in the wrong corner right now. And Steele's laying in the boots and just stomping on his chest. And there you go again. Paul easily distracted, and Jackal choking out Buck in the corner.
Exactly. Now finally, they're getting some cohesiveness. The referee distracted by Tommy Two-Gun. Two-Gun's got to stop talking to the referee. He's got to stop giving them the opportunity for the double team.
Absolutely, a young rookie mistake, and it seems like they all make it, don't they? But here we go with a nice whip reversal by Buck, but he misses the clothesline. Jackal's underneath, spins him around, whips him off the ropes. Buck ducks under, comes back. Nice move there. There's the cover. Steele in unnecessarily this time. Jackal kicked that. Oh, and Josh dug his head off with a clothesline right there.
Exactly. His neck has been hurt bad. His head almost taken right off. I'm sure he's going to have trouble breathing right now. And if you can't breathe properly, then you know you cannot function in the ring. And this could be the tide turning now on behalf of Juggalo Nation.
Absolutely. Remember, folks, for you at home, when you can't breathe, you can't function at home either. And there's a big backbreaker there. And Buck 10, he's a hurting unit. And no sign of interaction from Tom Ryder now when his partner needs him the most. And there's a cover. Ryder's in. Makes the kick, but Buck slipped out of that one on his own. And of course, there you see Paul. He's over there in Ryder's face. He doesn't like the fact the young rookie was beaking off earlier. And Buck's paying the price. And he eats that big size 17. And now Maximus Steele's back in there. And you can see the confidence now starting to grow with the Juggalos. They've got the veteran, the older man, Buck 10, isolated, and they're beating him down in their corner.
Oh, exactly. And this is just exactly what PD Flex has been teaching them so long. He's been teaching them to cheat. You know, look at this. Look at this dismissal action. Choking them out and punching at the same time. Referee, you got to disqualify these guys right now. I mean, this is just uncalled for.
Well, technically they can work that 5 count, and that's exactly what Steele's doing there. He had that standing boot choke on Buck 10 there right up to the 4 count, and then broke off, so there was no danger of being disqualified. And you got to give them that much, Jeff. They are honorable champions in that they very, very say, oh, and there's a beautiful move by Buck, but can he make it to his corner? Can he make the tag? They've been beating on him for minutes now. He's struggling. He's struggling. Ryder should be around the other side of the ring post where he'd be quicker. He's making Buck crawl even farther. Maximus Steele, though, he's reeling too. There's a double tag, and Jackal and Ryder are in there. Ryder takes Jackal down. He's a house on fire, Jeff.
Exactly, as I said, coming out like a house on fire. Clotheslines for everybody. Clothesline for all the Juggalos, and then, oh, surprise, low blow. And that just changes the tide once again, and that's all Juggalo Nation. Just like that, one big surprise move, and third change. They're now reeling. It looks like Jay Jackal. It looks like he's going to be on the patch, and he's going to break that little cigarette right in half here.
Oh, he's definitely working him there, and you know, a shot in the nards hurts at the best of times, and a surprise one's even worse. So you can bet that Tom Ryder's hurting from that. And now Jackal's just working him over on the ropes. Steele's just hanging around, and Buck 10 looks like he might be messing things over. There's a nice reversal from Ryder, and he fires Jackal right into his own corner, but looked like Buck blind tagged himself in there, did he? Nope, there's the tag there. And there's a nice neck stretch right there. And again, don't forget that he already took one of those over the top rope, the Buck 10 overdrive. He's been taking a bit of a pounding, Jackal has. And now Buck, he's trying to suplex the bigger man, but it's blocked again, and just scooped up like yesterday's news and tossed to the mat by Jackal.
The power of Jackal right there, showing the Juggalo power, and here comes the even more powerful Juggalo member. So let's see what kind of moves we're going to see here. And a stiff knee right to the cranium.
That's a brutal move by Maximus Steele. Again, another shot right to the temple for Buck. They're obviously targeting his head, and now he's just lanking it on there. And you got to kind of wonder the effectiveness of a chin lock at this later stage in the match, Jeff. They should be working this guy down, keep hitting him with them high-impact moves, and keep smacking him, and hopefully pin him to the mat and win the match. Because to lock the guy up in a chin lock at this point seems kind of redundant.
Possibly you are right, but possibly you're wrong. It doesn't really matter for these guys right now because they know they can do whatever they want. They know they got this match right where they want it. And you know what? It's okay for Buck 10 and Tommy Tuga. And it's okay for Spare Change to lose this because, as we said, they are a young tag team and part of the learning process, part of knowing how to handle all the tag teams here in the PWA is to lose a match or two. So even if they lose, they're going to come out winners in my books there, Wizard.
Well, they have certainly lost their share of matches here in the PWA, and it's usually that man right there in the colorful shorts, Buck 10, that's the one being pinned. And funnily enough, when they get their victories, it's usually young Tom Ryder, and that's one of the biggest bones of contention between the two of them. And but here comes Buck firing back. Oh, and a beautiful into a tornado DDT, and that did it. Jackal just ate the mat, and you can see he's, well, I don't know what he was doing right there, but I'm sure that PD Flex could tell us. Anyway, he's got enough left over to stop Buck from making the tag. And you can see kind of a lackadaisical stretch there from young Tom Ryder. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, missed the enziguri. And now Jackal's got him from behind it. Oh, beautiful German. But Buck slips out of it. Looked like that might have been the end of the match right there. And again, he scooped up and power slammed in the mat. and you got to wonder how much more he can take. And now Jackal's going upstairs. None of these juggalos are very good off the ropes, Jeff.
Exactly, as we said, PD Flex taught them everything he knows, and we all know PD Flex doesn't know anything about aerial tactics.
I can't believe that! Jackal moonsaults off the top rope and hits nothing but canvas in air.
It's a juggle salt, you idiot.
Don't you be calling me an idiot, Jeff. I'll smack you upside the head right here where we sit. I'm the wizard of idiots, and don't you forget that. Anyways, enough about us. Back to this incredible action in the match. You can see Steele there exhorting his partner, trying to get up. Buck's crawling over. Is Tom Ryder going to be on the right side of the ring? The Juggalos have a tag. Steele's in there. Ryder's in there to answer it, and he levels the bigger man with a clothesline. And another one takes him down. He's calling him up. Beautiful drop kick right there to the sternum. Levels Jackal. He goes down. Back angle takes him down again. No Buck. Maximus Steele over the top rope. He's down on the outside, and now Ryder's pointing at him. This could mean something. Here he goes off the ropes. Oh, over the top, crashing down onto the floor. A suicidal dive by Tom Ryder. You can hear the fans going nuts, but Jackal's over there to lay the stomp on him. And he's stomping him, and he blocks Bucks at death with a big clothesline. Ryder and Steele brawling outside the ring. I expected Buck to come over the top, but Jackal put the kibosh on it, and now Jackal, is he going up top? Over the top, oh, he lands on his own man!
He did the Juggalo dive, and he hit his own man by mistake. This could be a critical error that could cost them the tag team titles. It looks like it's only going to be Tommy Two-Gun, though, right now. Buck 10, he's still in La La Land right now, and Two-Gun, he's going to be in control of this match. He's going to be the one, the great white hope, if you will, for spare change to see if they can win the belts. The referee, he's got no control whatsoever. He doesn't know who the legal man is. I don't know who the legal man is. We don't know what's going to happen here.
I'm telling you, a total head throw by Tom Ryder. And there's a beautiful run for Buck 10 off the apron on Maximus Steele. This thing's broken down. It's gone out of control. But spare change are definitely in control. It's time for them to roll one of these clowns inside and get the pinfall. There, Ryder rolls Steele inside. I think these are the two legal men in the match. Yes, I believe they are. And now he backs him up against the ropes. There comes the whip, no sign of Jackal. Steele ducks under. Oh, and he just took his head off with that. A clubbering blow right square to the side of the head. Tom Ryder's on Stupid Street right now, which means he's just down from PD Flex's house. And here he comes. He's setting him up. Oh, and just hammered him into the mat. This is it. This kid's got to be broken in half. There's no way he can live through that. And Steele hauls him to his feet again and throws him into the corner. Might be taking too much time now. Oh, the big splash. No, the kid eats it all. And now he's got him set up, Maximus Steele. He's having his way with him. He's treating him like he's got him up. Oh, face first into the turnbuckle. That's got to be it. Ryder's finished.
It's elementary, my dear Watson. 1, 2, and oh my goodness! He didn't get the 3 because Buck 10 actually came in. He made the save just in time. It looks like this match was all over, but Buck 10, he makes the match continue, and Big Bulldog, down goes the bigger of the Juggalos.
Yeah, and Paul's counting that count when Buck's not even the legal man in the ring. I think Paul's totally lost control in there. Now Jackal's got Buck, but Buck reverse. But Jackal's got him, spin around. There it is, the other over the backbreaker, and that's got to be it. Now he's going to pin Buck, but he kicks Paul in the face. That kind of broke up his own pin attempt, kicking the referee in the face like that. Ryder comes over with a token stomp, no damage there. Now he goes after Steele and dumps him out of the ring. And now he's working over Jackal in the corner while Buck struggles to his feet. And now we got spare change doubling up on Jay Jackal. He's whipped into the corner. Here we go with a double knee strike. And this could be it. This could be the title change coming up. There it is. They drive him to the mat. Steele's back up on the apron. Jeff, here it is. There's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, but Steele drops the elbow.
I think the referee has turned this into a Texas tornado match. I'm not sure. He's letting everything go. He's not counting anybody. Double team maneuvers, pinning the wrong man. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Juggalos completely off game by each other. Ran into each other. Jackal right into the table. Look at this. Goes to the pin. 1, 2.
That's it. It's over. Tom Ryder pins him in the center of the ring. And there you have it. We have new PWA tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. The place is going nuts. Listen to that ovation. They've done it. Whatever problems they had in the past are finished. Buck 10, Tom Ryder, spare change, a dethrone the Juggalos. BD Flex wasn't here to see this. Maximus.